Hey, I don't have enough time for this, because I want to eat. But let me tell you about a little story of when let's just say, try to get involved with the app, or not get involved, but try to get more involved with a community known as AMINO, or more specifically the YUGIOH AMINO portion. This is the dark side of AMINO here. So everything you know and you love about AMINO is gonna be stripped away. This is the raw. This is the real. This is the shit they don't want to tell you. This is the shit that is so insane. You know, it's just bad. It's just bad. This is dark. This is the dark side of AMINO. Now you probably hear this fan blaring, just brrr. That's because it's hot in my room, and I don't want to sweat. All right, now listen. So this story starts here on the AMINO. I said, hey, I want to be a part of this group. I want to be a part of something, the community that I'm involved in. The community that I was involved in was well, I was a watcher of the Yu-Gi-Oh! AMINO, I misspelled that, but the Yu-Gi-Oh! AMINO here. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game and all that shit, all this stuff right here. So I played the game and all that, and I was just on that AMINO. I found it. Everything was fine, I guess. I don't know. I didn't really talk to anybody. No one really talked to me, except for maybe a post here and there, like, "Oh, cool," and that's it. I was just a watcher, and then a whole year passed, and I said, "Hey, you know what? I want to be more involved with the community." Now, before that, I decided to read the rules, the rule of or should I say the rules over here of the Yu-Gi-Oh! AMINO. This is when all hell broke loose, because there was a rule here that I said, hey, wait, what the fuck's going on here? This seems a little weird. It seems a little like, hey, now let me tell you something. There's two different types of rules here, from my understanding of reading the code of conduct, but the rules of the AMINO. The two set of rules were, there's the AMINO rules, which govern all aminos, all of the aminos. See, there's the main AMINO rules that govern the Naruto AMINO, the Marvel DC AMINO, just all the different aminos here. The governing rules of AMINO. But then there's the rules, the rules of aminos they have themselves. So let's say Pokemon AMINO, right? Let's say I enter the Pokemon AMINO, right? And all the Pokemon aminos, one certain Pokemon AMINO may have certain type of rules and so forth and so on, to get a little bit more customized, but they all govern a whole bunch of the AMINO rules. Now, so I read the rules for the Yu-Gi-Oh! AMINO, specifically their rules, not the rules that govern all of AMINO, just their rules. So as I was reading just exclusively their rules, at least that's what I thought I was doing. I don't know if that's true or not. I came over something that said you cannot use images that are basically copyrighted, and and these rules are to be enforced. And basically, if anybody's caught breaking these rules, they will be banned. And that's a bit of a right there, a little bit of a shaky situation, because on the Yu-Gi-Oh! AMINO, every single thing is copyrighted, because you have people using Dark Magician as their Dark Magician as their background, as their foreground. This monster dude right here. Some arts appearing here. Yeah, see Dark Magician right here. Oh no, see, this is a better one right here. They would use this one, basically copyrighted to Konami, copyrighted to the dude who made him and all that. They would be using this image of Dark Magician and all that stuff, very copyrighted images. Basically, my point was I was trying to raise, but I did it my own way, I guess that was the first step, is that I was trying to be myself. When I shouldn't have probably not tried to be myself. I should have probably tried to be someone else. But anyway, which I know that's wrong. But anyway, so what ended up happening is that, so I was like, hey, if someone uses this Dark Magician image, if someone could, on this AMINO, possibly decide to be a dick and enforce the rule and ban everybody with this image, But I put in some my own flair to it, like, yo, what the hell is this and all that. Basically, what ended up happening was some people did actually, I think, may have went to a private chat and talk about about it, discussed it, which is good, good is communication. Some other people commented, and basically the majority of the comments that I did read, I can sum it up all to basically they basically all called me retarded, basically. And they responded to me with, and this is me being real. I mean, yeah, sure, I was like joking about it, like, like, what the fuck is this about, dude? But, it's a real situation, it's a real thing. But the memes that they used, were basically calling me stupid, calling me, well, not stupid, but calling me retarded, that I was just, a retard. I'm just some big retard. So, I'm sorry for breathing into the mic, but, basically, is this it? Yeah, basically I was like, this is me right here, maybe not the one to die, but that's how they probably viewed me, anyway, what happened? Oh yeah. Some other people though, were whatever, and I they were talking shit. So I decided to, intervene and all that. And basically, now listen, I said, hey, do we know what servers AMINO is based on? Because people were bringing up, AMINO is not based in America, it's based somewhere else. The main server, where the rules and regulations are based off. Someone else said this and that, so I said, do we know what servers they're based in? This one dude replied, he was the only dude who ever replied, and he said no. And so I guess, like, no one really knows. You have to, I guess, dig a little deeper for that. So just for a quick little in and out, it's a little impossible. So that kind of sparks out a little bit bigger, because I try to spread the word. And this one, so I posted, in the comments, whatever, trying to get it to spark up and all that. And this one dude, I said, dude, watch it. Your picture may be, whatever, to get awareness of this. And this dude used a edited photo of this Yu-Gi-Oh monster known as Elemental Mistress Daryudu. And he had different ones. What he did, though, I think this may be a reverse image, but she was on the other side, if I remember, and the picture was tinted a bit, or maybe it was this, but either way, the picture, because there's many different artworks with this monster on it. Anyway, so he got basically an image like this, and he put a little, like, bluish tint, or a little more greenish on it, just to spike it up a little bit, not too much, because the reason why I know he didn't do it that much is because he told me, hey, pick a picture from one of the posts, and and I could, show me, what. So I picked out this picture, and then he said, no, it's edited, and he's like, here's the original, and it's slightly, it's not that much. It's like if you pull up the original, you can tell that's edited. But if you're looking through a gallery of images, you probably pull it out and say, oh yeah, this is the original image, or at least this is the unedited version of the image. So that's what he did. But the thing is, though, that he also tried to say that he was protected under the rights of the United States. But that's a no-no, seeing that in the other conversation I had, and this is like two different posts, basically. So you have post 1, post 2. My original post, that's where we discovered AMINO doesn't really have a base of operation. You probably have to dig a little deeper to find out that truth. Anyway, but post 2 over here, this dude's saying that he's using the United States rules and all that, which first of all is 100% correct, but since we don't know where the servers of AMINO are based in, that picture technically is and isn't at the same time, really, because internet copyright law is different from the United States copyright law, and the copyright law in Japan is very different. Yu-Gi-Oh is based in Japan, of course, in case you didn't know, but on top of that, the monster is also from a Japanese company, and Japanese, even if you take a heavily edited image of their monster, or not of their monster, but of their work, and you edit it very heavily, even then, they will still strike you down with a copyright strike. There's many AMVs that they're very beautifully crafted. You could tell that a lot of work went into the editing, but they get struck down, because that's how the Japanese company roll, because they want to just really much try to protect their company, not their company, but their copyright. And on top of that, their law is just very different from our law, United States law. So the person says that it's United States law and all that, which would be fine, but we don't know where AMINO is at. It could be United States, it could not be. Someone said I think it was like Finland or Swedish. I think it's the United States. I hope it would be United States, because then all good, all well. But the original point here is that even if it's United States here, somebody could be a dick and say, hey, that's the original image, I'm gonna have to take your post out, goodbye. And that's just being a dick at that point. But anyway, so I said, hey, we should change. The whole point of my post was, hey, we should change this rule, and it shouldn't be part of the YUGIOH community. If it wants to be part of the AMINO, the whole entire thing consuming AMINO, go ahead, because that's the people who actually own AMINO. But if it's something like this, the user created group using this rule, we should take it out, because anybody could just come in here and just fuck up the place basically. But they called me retarded, like I said, and basically what ended up happening was this incident with this boy. I say boy because I have no clue. I think he's like 14, I don't know, or 15, I don't know. I didn't know his age or her age, whatever. But here's the other thing though. That person was not from the United States. They were from Canada. So basically they're Canadian trying to use US law on practically a service that is probably not even the US, while the thing that they're trying to say that's protected by another country's law is basically he's using something from another country, but he's saying that it's protected by this other country, that he's not even in that country, and the service he's using probably is not even in that country, so it's just not working. But either way, he's like, you're retarded, So basically what ended up happening is after that spurge of whatever, I think what ended up happening was nothing really. It went silent. I think people hated me from that point on, but this was like a day. This whole thing was like a day. So the next day starts and whatever, and I go back on there and say, okay, well, what happened. Let me try to make friends, I guess. I don't fucking know. So I go back to AMINO, and I start posting. I start trying to put memes. I try to be hip with the kids with the memes. Just so you know, I am technically a kid. So basically, I start posting memes and shit, right? Like some little silly memes, whatever, in the comments of like, whatever meme, I saw how other people memed, and I basically used that. So basically, someone would be like, oh, shit competition, I'll suck your ass, or something like that. I'd basically do that, I'll say, okay, this is like low tier memes and all that, whatever, but, some Yu-Gi-Oh related meme here and there, just like I did like 5 times, maybe, or less. Probably less, because what ended up happening was I got silenced, and what I mean by silence is here on AMINO, the leader, that's leacher, not a leader. No, listen. Anyway, the AMINO leader here basically looked down at me. Basically, people, I guess, complained. Maybe they're like, he's that retard kid from yesterday. He basically silenced me. And what I mean by silence is what Twitter did to me. If you didn't see my posts, Twitter stuck back in time. Basically, I couldn't comment, I couldn't post, I couldn't repost, I couldn't private chat, I couldn't go into public chat, I couldn't do anything basically. So I was only allowed to scroll and click, which is like, okay, like I just posted some shit memes, like, so I have to wait a day. So the next day starts and I get off, and the thing is though, I never got any messages as to what happened, or why it happened, or how it could be fixed, or anything like that. So in case you're wondering, who is the AMINO leader of the Yu-Gi-Oh AMINO? It is this man or boy, or I don't know, called Killer Ants. I thought it was Killer Rants, but it's not. Yeah, it's just a Killer Ant here. Let's see, Killer Ants Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know. This is probably gonna pull up the dude's profile picture or something. I don't know. But he had this really cringy bio of Kanye West. He was talking about how he was thirst something, going on a thirst journey. And I was like, the hell is like? It was cringy. It was like random. Um, but yeah, Killer Ants, or maybe it was Killer Rants. I have no clue.